Welcome to my design studio. Here's where I take photographs from gardens, viewers such as yourself, and take a look at them and come up with ways to improve the landscape. Now today we have a special one. My intern this year, Ben Ford, has pictures of his home from Middle Tennessee. Hey Ben, how are you?
I'm fine, Alan, thanks.
Good, I'm glad you're here. Hey, I like your house. I really like the color. I love that sort of taupe color because you can do so many different things with it. And then the stone's very nice. Yeah. So now you're thinking that you may want to just focus on, I guess this is the south side of the house or the west side. This is the west side.
Side.
Yeah, so you get a lot of sun. Yeah, great. Well, you know, I think that I would want to enclose this patio a little bit.
With a rail or something?
You could do a rail across here like this. Just a standard crisscross rail would be kind of nice, and probably paint it a dark color. You could pick up some of the darkest tones here in the rock, which would be a nice contrast. I would do that rather than the lighter color of taupe. But let me give you another idea with that. You know, I know that you like container gardening. You could do a series of containers, Ben, along here, a pretty good size, or a 3 or 4, probably just 3 box planters, and in each one of those you could put a boxwood or something in it to give a sense of enclosure. So you wouldn't have to go to the trouble of mounting a wooden or metal rail across there. You could actually do it with container plants.
That's a great idea.
Well, I'm glad you like the idea. Now let's move over here just a moment. Ben, I'd probably get rid of this.
Yes, a clean slate would be nice.
Yeah, you've already thought about maybe removing that, I guess. Yeah, I mean, you've got stone here, you've got asphalt, you've got pea gravel up here. We need to get rid of one of the elements. And plus, I don't think it works very well just plopped where it is.
It's in the middle of the yard.
It is in the middle. And so what we want to do is we want to get rid of that. So let's also think about how this bed might relate to this space, because I think this offers a really great place. Let me use this to define from here over to here. You know, if we looked at that as a garden, this would be gone. And we've got these box planters up here. Then I think you could anchor the corners here with a plant here and a plant here. You could almost create a path that would take you into this garden down to some focal point here. We'll do this in a different color. So you could create some sort of visual focal point here. And behind it, then, I would do a taller hedge of some kind of holly. Now, you're in Middle Tennessee, so you could plant a Nellie R. Stevens, or certainly, you know, a needlepoint holly would be a beautiful example. Or even you could do a hemlock back here, one single plant, and let it be very loose and free. The hedge you could clip. But you would have a focal point here in a hedge, and then you could create a path all the way down and then plant on either side lots of perennials and so forth. And I think that this makes a really great backdrop here if you want to do some sort of trellis. We could go back to that.
Give that wall some more interest.
It would. And it might even be some sort of trellis like that, which would be very good. And then you could grow some sort of a rose on it that would come up on that side. Now, some of the plants in here, are there some perennials that you like that you would like to include?
I like the autumn joy.
Yeah, you could save that sedum. That's a very good idea. I like to recycle, so we'd save this big sedum plant here. Some things that would go with that would be black-eyed Susans. Those are sort of warmer colors, but if you want to go cooler colors, you could definitely do some of the salvias in here, which would be beautiful. A New Dawn rose on this trellis would be
your
nice
favorite.
Softening. I do love that rose because it's so easy. And then maybe even along this path that we create, maybe you could plant something like catnip that would spill out over the
edge. Okay.
Over the edge a little bit. Maybe add just a mixture of coneflowers and perhaps some knockout roses along the path, and maybe even some daylilies in there would be beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah. And then for spring, you could, along that path, do all sorts of tulips or daffodils and just, you know, get crazy with all kinds of bulbs. Yeah. I like it. I like it. What do you think?
It's very nice. I think it'll be a great addition.
All right. When do you get started on it?
I don't know.
Oh, you'll figure out a time.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I'll
Very
find some
good.
time.